Welcome to follow Nokia Open 2018. For disc golfers, Nokia is pretty much the synonym to the legendary course The Beast, and The Beast is what we pretty much have here. One hole is completely different and the circulation is somewhat different, but the rest is pretty much the original Beast. This is the last year tour event of 2018, and the event is sponsored and brought to you by Prodiscus, and the footage is brought to you by lcgm8. Let's have a look at the first round feature card. We have here Luukas, Henna, Markku and Daniel. Luukas is one of the top players in Finland, raised his level in just a few years from decent to very good, top level. He has a somewhat good shot, turns a bit too much into a roller, but should be okay. Henna is the reigning Finnish and European champion. So it's too high, way too high. The trick here is to keep it low all the time, since those branches are hanging quite low. Markku is a silver medalist in Pro Masters over 60 years in European Championships. And Daniel is a promising kid from the region of Tampere. I'm not quite sure if he's 14 or 15 years old, but he's young and certainly talented. That might be the best opening shot of this group. The trick is to keep it low and have it turn, and you can go way far to the right corner at the end. There is no OB there. Oh, well, it is, but it's quite long. I think Henna caught the little OB area over there. Marcus having somewhat early release and hitting a tree. Daniel had a good spot. Can't quite see the ending, but should be at least in 10 meters radius. And Luukas, I think he has a clear look to the basket. Let's have a look. Yeah, somewhat look. I think he went to at least inside 10 meters radius also. Markku having good shot, 5 meters or so. Yeah, there is this little OB area and Henna caught it. No problem with that. Just few meters. Luukas leaving it quite low. Probably little nerves. First hole, first putt. Markku nails it good. Henna taking her bogey. Luukas taking par. And Daniel for the birdie. Easy three. Then going to the forest section of the Beast. Starting from a second wooded hole compared to normal circulation of the Beast. Looks good, somewhat good. Was a little bit too much right, but should be fine. Easy three at least. Luukas, well, it ended up good. Could have been bad if it would have hit anything. Wouldn't have hit anything. Markku having a little bit too high and a little bit tree love from there also. Henna is having a good looking shot. Don't hit that tree, please. Oh well, of course it hit. Of course it hit that tree. Good layup. Nothing special. Layup also from Daniel. At this point of the event there's not any reason really to try to get those with a great risk. Luukas with a great attempt. Not quite. Didn't quite get it. Henna was probably laying up. Yep. Luukas taking his par and rest of the card cleaning the pars also away. Yeah, just taking the pars, cleaning. Oh, there was Kai filming, probably live material there in the back. Tight hole. The only thing is to keep it in the middle and low. Daniel doesn't keep it in the middle, hitting the if not the first, the second or third tree. Luukas having it high. Sometimes they go over there. Now it probably catches branch or so. Oh, Markku is probably creep blocking a little. Ends up well in the middle of the fairway, at least. Henna also is having a high shot, but it's probably some slipping down in the tee, probably. Daniel with a good looking forehand ends up in a few meters or so. Markku having probably a slight early release there, but ends up in at least somewhat good with a place you have a look for putt, but didn't quite get it. Luukas got really good with that shot. I thought it dropped down earlier, but great birdie. Henna is probably not having a look there. Oh, Daniel went that far. Let's hope he gets the three easily. And Henna picking the tree, picking the par away. Markku will have his bogey. Hole 4 is the opening shot is something like 100 meters, maybe a little bit more, to uphill, and here also you have to keep it in the middle. Looks great. Should if it would turn a bit. Yeah, it's not bad either. Oh, that early releases or something. I don't think that's in a great place. And Henna. Yeah, that's what we're talking. Great shot. Appeared in the middle. Yeah, Markku throwing great shot also. This is a little bit difficult position since you will have to choose the gap you're shooting at and hope for the rest. but looked up really great. Markku having a quite nasty looking forehand. Yeah, Luukas ended up really good. Has a quite open look for the basket. Quite open look for the approach, I meant. And Henna threw it really far. Should turn a little bit more. Probably ended up in a 15 or so. Great looking approach, but hits the tree. Yeah. Daniel threw his forehand, it looked good, but it has probably skipped off, so went all the way down. Markku doesn't quite get it. Just low of the cage. And Daniel. Yeah, great putt for the par. Great save. Easy par for Henna. And easy par for Luukas. Markku will take another bogey. Hole 5. Yeah, they're playing probably the short version of this. Or the long one. Yeah, it's the long one. Yeah. Nice. Ends up really great. We don't see that coming. Oh, we went to OB. Did he kick something? Same way as Luukas. Yeah, it's in a 7 or 6 meters or so. Markku having the same road. It just leaves a little bit farther. Yeah, great approach. Great approach from Daniel. Through the trees and all. Having a little bit problems with the bush. Just a bit low. Luukas capitalizing the easy two. Some cleaning left. It's Markku taking continuing a bogey streak, yeah. Having slight difficulties. This is a very technical hole. The best option is to go pretty far and have it to with a backhand to turn right, or throw forehand with a mild fade. The roller is also one option, but I don't know. Well, it didn't go to the OB, but it went to the uphill, so at least it's a little bit harder approach. A nice nail in this one. This is a very, very good shot. Daniel, also a roller, but hits the 3. Markku is continuing with the slight difficulties. That looks good. little bit tree low. I think that was the better option. That it hit and came back a little. But if it would have gone all the way down, there is not many holes to approach the basket. Luukas was almost to the OB. Easy approach. Yeah, a few meters for another birdie. Well, this was some really great shot. No obstacles in the way for two. Great approach also. A few meters just left. Little bit obstructed approach. Looked good, but the tree was in the way. That leaves a little bit long putt, but let's have a look. Will Daniel take it? Just beat off the cage. Approach under the basket from Markku and Henna. Oh, quite right, but stays in. Luukas 4-3. Yeah, E3. Bogey and double bogey for Daniel and Markku. This hole got into a few changes when compared to original Beast layout, since quite many trees on this hole were almost dead, so the city took them down. So now it's quite open hole, and as Luukas does, you can try to get pretty long distance on this one. In the past there was a tree just in front of this line, so it was possible to throw that kind of distance line, but it was way harder than it's now. That turns maybe. Nah, it's good. If it wouldn't roll back to also be. Great block from Markku again. Come in. Yeah, stayed OB. Keeping on the fairway. Always clever thing. Don't do it. Don't. Another OB. Great looking shot from Daniel. Ooh, we would need a little bit skip. Yeah, we got it. I haven't thrown that far on this hole. Henna is a real cannon. Oh, did he go back OP? Hope not. Would need fade. Come on. Well, not in the eagle position for anyone, but expecting for easy birdies for these three. There is OB right past the basket down there. So even if the distance it's not that challenging, the position of the pin makes this approach quite hard. Yeah. Too much speed on the approach and it will go down easily. Daniel had a good look for the eagle, but it's scary put from that far. Yeah, Luukas taking a par, although Daniel for the birdie and Henna also. Markku with few OBs taking a triple bogey. Hole 8 is a pretty much right hand forehand. There is no really other good way. Of course there is a straight way to go to the basket, but it's obstructed with quite many trees, so it's somewhat lucky if it goes through that way. Yeah, but Henna lasers that. Quite impressive shot. Looks a bit short. It's down there, but it's over 20 meters to the basket from that. That looks great. Yeah. It's not parked, but in 10 meters certainly. Markku taking the straight line, also having it too high and it hits the branches. Easy approach, although. Or did it hit the cage? Almost ace, almost field ace. Daniel had a little loop, but quite long. Luukas with the easy 2. Henna peeking her 2. Was it? I said that it's hard or it's lucky shot, but Henna just showed me how wrong I was. This one is a challenging hole, 130 meters, and it's pretty much hyzer you have to throw on this one. And you can see just back of Henna there is that one bigger tree in quite middle of the fairway. Oh, that big tree in left of Luukas, you will have to go behind it with a hyzer. That looks low, but might skip to OB. Yeah, there's the pond. Pond that takes those shots away. Daniel, there should not be turn, but it could be that long that it went the back route in. Don't skip. Of course it skipped. I think the safe play on this hole is pretty hard since the fairway is quite small, so if you try to just hit the fairway, the skip easily goes out bounds. Yeah, good layup. It is possible to nail this one. It's like 15 meters or so. Not quite, but good effort. Daniel with nice 2. It was a pretty long shot. Luukas taking a bogey, probably first one if I remember right. Henna taking a bogey also. Hole number 10. Yeah, tee shot is quite challenging here. You would have to go pretty much right and forward all the time. So I guess we're going to see a few rollers. Hits the tree somewhere, but where it ends. If it's still moving, it's got to be good. Turn. Ah, hits the bush. But that's inbounds, I guess. You just throwing a roller. Maybe a little bit too sharp. It started going immediately to the right, so I think that didn't have the distance. Yeah, come on. What's that kick? It would have been a very good spot. And forehand had a good angle on it, but maybe a little bit nose up, so it went up and hit that branch. It's a good spot for Luukas. Probably not that reachable with that stance. Hits the tree. Didn't quite catch it. Hits the three also. Henna has now a pretty good look for the basket. Just have to keep it low and straight. And that she can do. Was it a bit short? Don't know. It's in the 10 meters for sure. Markku having a bit short, that's a little bit over 10 meters. Basic forehand from Luukas. Forehand from Daniel also. Oh. There's a steep downhill there, so hopefully it didn't get far. Henna for par. Let's do this. Just an inch low. Come on. From the heart of the tree or bush, I don't know what that is. It was pretty good forehand he fought. All getting a bogey frame. Another par 4. And the clue is again keeping it low and going far and keeping it in the middle. The first 15 meters is crucial. Yeah, that's good. It's good if it hit that, but it got already far away enough. Oh, Henna taking a higher line. Looks good. Luukas having a forehand. Surprising. His backhand is so strong. But probably took a forehand, so could better see the gap all the time. Markku is also having a great shot there. Yeah, pretty good opening shots. And Daniel has more than enough distance to reach the basket from here. Didn't quite skip. If it would have skipped, it would have been a few meters or so, but now it's probably over 10 meters. I think Markku's right foot slipped a little over there.
Come on.
Throwing hyzers. Looks good. Yeah,
Yes.
next to the basket. Henna taking a... Oh, that's good. Little flex line over there. Ends up in few meters. This one straightens it out a little bit. Yeah. A little bit over 10 meters, I suppose. Ah, hits the cage. It's not over 10 meters. Something like 10 meters, 9 meters, 8 meters. Great putt, either way. Birdies everyone except Markku. Taking a bogey. On 12. There is a pond in the middle of this hole, but it's not OB. It's not permanent water over there. Great line, but turns a little bit too much. Well, probably it wasn't since he hit three that early. And pierced the gap. Oh, almost aced it. Great line. Great line over there. Henna has some really impressive backhand technique and distance. She outdrives many men. Fades out. Looks like trouble. I'm not sure. Does Markku see the basket? Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Yeah. It wasn't that bad. And looked good. Ends up good. Had a little chance of going in. And Luukas trying to yeah, pretty much approach. The cage again. These baskets don't favor Markku today. Easy birdie for Henna. Impressive. Par for Luukas and par for Daniel, I suppose. Almost got out. The baskets that are in the play here are the Targettis, the Prodiscus baskets. I think they very rarely speed the put out. Very rarely also the puts go through it. But they speed out from the sides somewhat easily. Henna had a good shot, but it ends up in a little bit difficult position probably. Daniel showing the distance here. Come on, looks good. Yeah, perfect. Is Luukas playing the same route as Daniel? Yeah, but some probably a little bit early release or something. Stays way left than Luukas would have wanted. Hyzer is one route. Yeah, that's great. That's a great spot. Yep. Good layup shot. Is this having a juice? Yeah, it has. We missed Henna's shot. Probably she was in such a difficult position that she also laid up. Few meters, easy throw, easy par. Daniel trying to do the same. Yeah, next to Henna. But Daniel, that was his second throw. He's picking up an easy birdie on this one. Luukas with a long par putt. But he can do it. Come on. A little bit high. Yeah. What easy comebacker. Just cleaning the pars away. Next up, Daniel for the birdie also. Next up, the island hole. And this hole is played with a stroke and no, not the stroke and distance rule, the bunker hazard rule. So if your shot goes OB, you will continue from where you shot that shot and you will have no penalty. Looks great. Yeah. Great shot. Quite optimal position to approach the island. Henna, did he lose her balance or something? But she outdrives Daniel. Nice. Markku having yeah, stays in very good. Luukas throwing fireworks. Yeah. I think that was the best of these, although there's just few meters away from each other. Markku is choosing a layup play, which is very good. You will get a guaranteed 4. Looks good, but goes it far enough? Yeah, hits the island easily. And that fades a bit too much. Is it in? Yeah, it is. She's relieved. And Luukas. Yeah, that looks great. Come on. So close. So close, but not. It's OB, so Luukas will have to continue from the last place. He shot the shot. Yeah, parked. The last one is like meters or 2 in a different landing spot, and it is OB, and the other one is parked. So sometimes these slight differences make a lot difference in a big picture. Henna just laid up, and Daniel missing the putt. Let's have a look. Yeah, this time the basket favors Markku. For Daniel. 4 for Henna also. And did we miss Luukas? But he took a 5, I guess. Then the probably most challenging par 4. it's long and it's downhill and it's steep downhill in the end, so you will have to be very careful with the landing of your disc. This looks good. It's a bit short. Also looks good. Doesn't fade, but it's safe in the fairway. Approach is pretty difficult with that one, but should be fine. Markku controlling his flex, quite nice. If you have a big forehand, then the forehand play on this one is probably the best. Luukas certainly having great forehand and stop, please stop. No, we won't. Luukas is probably not having a forehand to really reach this one, but certainly a forehand that would make this hole easy if that would have rolled down, but it's the name of the game on this hole. Sometimes great shot rolls just OB. And Markku both having some kind of a grip lock, but Henna ends up good and Markku doesn't. Hitting the chains. Markku laying up and stop. Please stop. Daniel picking a par. Probably some nerves. Since if you miss this putt, it's almost guaranteed OB. Then to the last hole of the original beast. Dogleg right, big hands, can try to make it to the fairway that goes upright, but often the play is just played safe in the end of this straight fairway. Daniel doing it great. Henna can quite see, but don't skip. It's in bounds. Not the best position, but anyways good. Well, good place to play the par. Markku unfortunately finds the OB. Did Luukas hit the tree? Probably did. Didn't quite see it. Don't fade, please. Luukas finding the OB next to the basket. Would have been a great shot if it would have turned all the way, but had a little fade in the end. Markku taking a height to the fairway, I guess. Well, it doesn't look that bad from this angle, and I probably has the distance to reach basket over there. Stays safe. Probably she didn't even try to get it to the pin. Daniel certainly tries to get it to the pin. Probably a bit too high and turns a bit too much. Great shot either way. Has the chance for the 3. Markku continuing. Ooh, nice skip. Continuing his high to play. And just lay up in there. What does Luukas? looks good, but didn't quite have the distance. Daniel for the tree. Come on. Not having the distance there. Distance, the height I meant. Markku taking a 5 from there. Daniel for the par and Luukas for the bogey. We won OB, yes. And Henna cleaned her par away also. Since the circulation was a bit different, we will now continue from the original hole 1. And then there is only the normal hole 2 left. So I think there is no triple mandatory this time. No mandatory at all. Looking at the map we saw a few seconds ago. Daniela leaving it left, so he won't have a chance for birdie this time. Henna went through the little trees over there. Yeah, that's great. So it's out probably a bit early, but should be at least near the 10 meters radius. Luukas throwing a good shot, but probably a bit too high. Fading probably a bit early. Yeah, that looked great. Don't know if Daniel tried to nail it, but looked all the time it had the chance. Henna from a difficult position. Yeah, Markku went up great. And Luukas is parked really. I don't know. Well, I think it really looked like that it went left from the basket, but well, sometimes these angles look a little bit different from the footage material. Anyway, great birdie for Luukas. Markku having his 4. Last hole. OB left and right and mandatory over there to the right, blocking the hyzer route on this hole. I guess we're again going to see a roller from Luukas and Daniel, since there is the fence behind the basket, so if the roller goes long it stops to the fence. It's pretty safe play on this one. If it goes long, you will probably not have the best look for the birdie, but it's not OB at least. Looks great. I don't know if Henna throws rollers, but let's have a look. Yeah, she throws the Anheuser shot. That is unfortunately fading. That's probably OB. Yeah. Markku also. Yeah, turns good. Stay in, please. Did it stay in? Yeah, quite nicely. Lay up for 3. Was Henna in our OB? Damn. Almost. Yeah, Luukas ended up great. You can always know from those rollers where those end. Nice birdie from there. So let's have a look. Yeah, Henna was out. I'm colorblind, so I don't always know from those flags if they are green or red. Daniel just lifting the two. Quite nicely done. Henna is in the lead for the day one. Salon Evelina chasing her by 3 strokes. Here's an imminent shot, impressive. 11 down. The following 6 down numbers many. Daniel is in the lead with -3 on the juniors. And in the masters we are having Kari Vesala in the lead. Marcus leading the masters over 60 also. So, thank you for tuning in, and I think the next card we are having from round 2 is from female players, and the third round is the open top card. So just wait, we will have those rounds in also soon. Thank you for listening.